On a rainy evening at a crowded city crossing, Arman, a quiet delivery worker rushing home after a long shift, noticed a young woman named Lena stepping off the curb with her eyes fixed on her phone, unaware that a speeding car was tearing toward her from the blind side of the road. And in that split second where time seemed to freeze, Arman dropped everything and lunged forward, grabbing Lena's arm and pulling her back with all his strength just as the car roared past, missing her by inches, but shock turned into fear in Lena's eyes as she screamed, thinking a stranger had grabbed her without reason. And before Arman could even explain, people gathered, phones came out, voices rose, and in confusion and panic, Lena filed a harassment complaint, convinced she had been assaulted, while Arman stood silent, trembling, unable to process how a moment meant to save a life had destroyed his own. And within days, he was arrested. His name splashed across local news, his job lost, neighbors whispering, family ashamed, and his mother quietly crying at night wondering how her son became a criminal for doing the right thing. Months passed slowly inside courtrooms and sleepless nights. 6 long months where Arman aged years under the weight of judgment, attending hearings while Lena sat across from him, still convinced of her truth, until finally a traffic camera video was recovered. Footage that clearly showed the speeding car, Lena's distracted steps, and Arman's desperate leap to save her life. And on the final day in court, the judge played the video in silence, the entire courtroom frozen as the truth unfolded frame by frame. And when the judge finally spoke, declaring Arman completely innocent, his voice cracked as he said, "This man didn't commit a crime. He prevented a tragedy." And in that moment, Lena broke down in tears, realizing the depth of her mistake, walking across the courtroom to apologize through sobs, while Arman stood shaking, unable to cry after months of pain. And as the judge dismissed the case, the courtroom, lawyers, spectators, even the guards wiped their eyes, many crying openly, because they had witnessed how fragile truth can be and how easily goodness can be punished. And as Arman stepped outside into the sunlight, finally free, he looked up and whispered that he would still save her again if given the chance, proving that real heroes don't act for praise, but because their hearts want to allow them to walk away. And if this story touched you, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to Deadline Stories for more powerful, emotional stories that remind us humanity still exists.